Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today I have a Temu haul. I got this black paper out so we can see some things a little better. I've gotten some small die cuts and I've die cut them out so you can see them. And then I've got some other things, some more treasures to show you. So the first one that I got was, I got this small die cut set and I thought that it would make dies that look like wax seals, and I think maybe I'm doing it wrong, because when I went back to look at the picture it still did look like wax seals. Maybe I need to actually cut these out of here and that will help. But when I cut them out, they came out in 1,000 little pieces. Each one of these things is a piece, that's a piece, that's a piece, that's a little piece right there, then there's another one and another one. And so I had to glue them down on this paper just so that I could show you what I'd cut out, otherwise they'd be all over the place. So this one is probably the best one that looks like it, and then if you took an edge around it, that looks a little bit like a wax seal. So I don't know, like I said, maybe if I cut these little things out it will cut better in that whole circle. I still think that middle circle is going to cut out. So as long as the middle circle cuts out, that doesn't really make it a wax seal looking. That would have to be, but that one's whole. So maybe these go on top of these. Anyways, you don't get a lot of explanation when you buy a die at Temu, so you kind of have to figure it out on your own. So if you see these, that's what I came up with. Maybe you come up with some better stuff than that. Then I got this cute little swan and crown die, and I really love the crown. I think the crown is really pretty. So that's what I ended up getting out of it. And I like dies like this that don't have a lot of extras on it. And those wings pop up a little bit if you want them to. So there's that one. And then I got a dragonfly one. Just thought it would be a good one to have in my stash. So I got that one, and this is what came out of it. These are paint sample cards that I cut this out of. And it's a nice weight. So you go get a paint sample card in a color that you like, and then I did some in foam. I did a couple in foam. So they're pretty. It was an inexpensive die set, so, and I don't have to clip them apart if I don't want to. So there's the dragonflies. And then I bought this. It's kind of like a paper clip. It's got a little hook there that you can use and some frames. So this is what came out, so you can, oops, this part didn't come out when I pokey tooled it. Let me take it out. Come on. I think maybe it didn't cut. Oh, it didn't cut, so I'm going to leave it. I can use my X-Acto knife and cut a little bit along there and get that out of there. And then if I would have run it through again, or my die cutting machine has some bumps on it, so if I move it over a little bit, I probably would have got that all cut out. So anyways, it's like a paper clip that you could sit over a page, and then you get an extra one of these, and maybe you put that on the back because you want to make it, you know, the same color as this. And then you get an extra little one that you could put in the middle. So that's kind of a cute little die, and it will cut out better. I'm not worried about it cutting out. Oh, I will also do my most favorite and least favorite in this video eventually. So, and then I've been seeing some swaps where there's Memorex cards, and I've been looking for one. I don't have the little punch that you punch these out, and I've been looking on Temu for a long time, and I finally came across this one, and that is a really cute little design, and that'll work really great to make altered Memorex cards and swaps and stuff like that. I love the little stitching around the edges, so that one's a cute one. And then while we're at it, I got one more, but I did want to show you guys my pokey tool. I got this in a swap a pocket letter swap. She was so nice to send this along. And I just want to say, I'm going to start making some of these. This is so much better than the regular pokey tool. I've been using it all the time. I don't know if it's thinner or sharper, but it's really easy to use. You hold it really nice. Anyways, if you get a chance to get one of these or make one yourself, they're really actually, I thought they would be bulky or that they would be hard to handle, but I am using it all the time. And then my last die cut is this one. It's a frame. I'm always for frames. So it's that one and that one. And this is what we came out as. Put it on this black that I brought out especially for this. This is what it came out as. So I've been using these frames on the fronts of journal covers and then putting the lady in the middle or the flower in the middle. And I think that'll be a nice size. That's what I was hoping for, a different frame for my covers. Plus you can use it for all kinds of stuff, so nice to have frames. So there's the die cuts cut out, and then we had a couple paper products. These were buys because the price was really good, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to use them for. In journals somehow. I think you could fold it across and be on one side of the page and the other side of the page, and it might be more like a kind of a tuck, and then you could collage on it. So it's a nice size. They're 5 inches across, I guess, and there's 100 hearts in here, and I think it was either $1 or just a little bit more. So that's a good one. I'll be leaving the links that you can look at. I bought these before, but there's another really good sale on them, and they're really nice to have. So I got some more little doilies. And then 3 new things to me. I saw a haul from Paper Terrace, and I think she had these in there. This is my most, well, this one and one other. I have 2 most favorites. This is one of them. And this is like gold shimmer vellum. It is so cool. I don't know what exactly I'm going to use it for, but I will find something. Maybe die cut things out of it. Just cut off a strip and use it in collaging. Anyways, it is really cool. And I don't know, I don't remember. I have to go back and look at the listing if they had silver or if they had any other colors. But that is really nice. I like that one. And then she also hauled these. She said this was a returning haul, so I thought, I don't usually buy paper on there. I don't use it a ton. I do digital mostly. But I thought that this was a cute little 6x6. Would be easy to use, and these are the different patterns in there. I won't go through each one. And then she also hauled this, it's like botanical paper. It's got leaves in it, and it's thin. It's real thin. It's like cottony. I don't know. Anyways, it'll be useful. It's like tissue paper, but only stronger. So there's how thin it is. But it'll be really cool to use. You could just fold it in half and use it in your journal as part of a signature. It'd be unusual, especially in your natured botanical ones. And they had a red one, red flowery one with little red pieces, and they had this gold one, and they had a green one too, I think. So there's that. Then my next favorite thing, most favorite thing, was this thread. And the reason is because this is wax thread, and I usually buy wax thread, it's white. And I thought this was going to be white, but it isn't. It's a little bit beige, or maybe even coffee colored. And I think that will look better on the journals being sewn in. I think it'll blend better. So I was real happy to get that color in there. And they had different colors. And I think that, I'll have to look back, but I think that they said that was white, but they might have said it was tea colored or something like that. And then I also got a glue stick because I wanted to see if it was as good as the UHU glue, because it would be a better price. So I got some just to try it out. And then I got some ink pens. What is under here? Oh yeah. I got some metallic ink pens, and they ended up being really nice. They're a little dark. I like pastels, so they're a little dark, but you can see, I don't know if you can see the shimmer or not. Yeah, I think maybe you can on the side. But what's interesting is the small side does one color, and that's got an orange and a metallic in it. And then the other side does a little bit more variation on the color. That's darker. So it might have said something about that in the listing, and I just didn't read it close enough. But they're juicy, and they're a really great price. So if you're looking for some pens, that was good. And then on to my, oh, no, two more things. Then I got these bullnose clips in lavender. They're always good to have. You can use them in swaps and things like that. You can use them in your journals. You can clip something to the top. They're small enough. Pretty lavender color. Then this was interesting. This was, I thought, this is tulle, and I thought it would be like in a roll or something, and it came like this. But you know, actually there is a lot in there. It looked like maybe it wasn't that much, but really when you consider it, it is, and it's quite shiny. There's really quite a bit in there. So it was a, I don't know, it was, I've been looking for sparkly tulle, but I haven't liked the price, so I don't really remember exactly what the price of this was, but I would think that it would be a little bit more, probably, I guess if I'm being honest. And then I've got some, of course, some gems and things. Now these I buy all the time. I use them. I just like them. They're just real pretty. They work really good on my projects. And then I thought I would try some hearts in that same crystal shape. Or anyways, it's I don't know, the light's not gonna, that doesn't help. Here, I try my hand. That helps. It's just real pretty. It sparkles really nice. Anyways, I just love those kind of, what they use on the outside of them. So I got them, and then I'd bought some gold of these flat back gems, and I wanted to try some silver. And these are real nice to use in little dots, and there's like 3 sizes in here. And it was very inexpensive. I think these is like 69 cents or something. So I got some of those. My least favorite thing is these. I was going for flat gems, square gems, and the ones that I have are like twice that size. And I will still use these, but they're pretty small. But these are more usable, and they're a pretty red, pinky color. So these are more usable. These are so tiny that I don't know. I'm sure I'll still find a way to use them, but these are so tiny. Now that is going to be, well, you know, I will use that. I will use that. That's no different than using a little flat back, the smallest little flat back of those. So, but I was wanting something bigger. So that would probably be my least favorite, because and it's probably my fault, not their fault, because I didn't read close enough how big they'd be. And then my last one, and this is more the size that I wanted. I thought I'd try these. I've been seeing these for a long time. And these are kind of the shape and the size that I wanted for those square gems. And these come in all kinds of multiple colors. This is total plastic. So there we go. But that's the size I was looking for. So actually, so see, I got something along the same lines. I just didn't, I kind of like the edging on that. It kind of makes it stand out. So I like that. So that is my Temu haul for today. I will leave links down in the description box. I am not affiliated. I just like deals. So if you have any questions, just leave me a comment and I will answer it. And thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope you're having a great crafting day, and you guys take care.